professional background?
I am a lawyer.
You're a lawyer by profession. You therefore understand the substantive laws and the procedural laws of this country. Is that a fair assessment?
Yes, it is.
I would take a few minutes examining you, then I will release you to my learned colleagues, Mr. Swanya and Mr. Masharia, to take you on a number of issues. But allow me to start with the issue of Justice Esther Maina. You are aware, being a lawyer, that by law, you are bound by the allegations you presented to the National Assembly. Are you aware of that?
Yes, we are bound by the allegations in the context of the rules of the Senate and the other laws.
To deal with the issue of Justice Esther Maina, allow me to take you to paragraph 64A of your allegations, and that would be volume 1 of the National Assembly documents, page 32. I have it. Do you have that allegation?
Yes, I am there.
The allegation says that sometime in January 2024, His Excellency Rigathi Gachagua made a sensational but false allegation that Honorable Esther Maina, judge of the High Court, had engaged in corruption. He publicly said that he would present a petition for the removal of the said judge, which he has not done to date. It is your allegation that Honorable Rigathi Gachagua has not presented this petition to date, being 26th of September, 2024. True or not true?
This is in context.
True or not true? Is it true that your claim says he has not presented that claim as at 26th?
True.
Do you still stand by that part of your allegation that he has not presented that complaint to the JSC to that date?
I have since learned that indeed.
Do you still stand by that allegation?
I have since learned that indeed His Excellency Rigathi Gachagua did present a petition, but that,
do you still stand by the fact that he has not presented the claim to the JSC as at 26 September 2024?
I have since learned that he did present a petition.
To that extent, that allegation is not true, yes?
To the extent of presenting the petition, but to the extent of threatening the judge.
To the extent that you say he has not presented the allegation to the JSC to us at 26th September 2024, that allegation is not true, is it?
We are in agreement, Counsel.
Thank you. You therefore understand where we start from by saying it starts with falsehoods. Do you understand that?
That's you saying so.
Ask whether you understand it. You have drawn the attention of these senators to the judgment of Justice Esther Maina, haven't you?
I have done so.
Your intention of doing so is to have these senators draw an inference of acts of corruption on the part of His Excellency. True or not true?
Is to buttress.
Thank you.
My allegation that Justice Maina had made a finding against the Deputy President.
Did you attend the hearing of that case?
I do not have to attend. It is a reported case.
I've asked whether you, in fact, attended. Please answer my questions. You know the process.
I did not attend. And there is no.
His Excellency, in the clip you have played, says that the judge denied him a chance to cross-examine witnesses. Did you see that in the clips?
Yes, I did see.
Did you have any evidence to the contrary that the judge didn't deny him?
See, if you are denied...
Do you have any evidence to the contrary? Either you do or you don't.
And that is not my allegation.
My question to you is, do you have any evidence to the contrary? Answer my question.
But the truth is, that is a judicial process.
Do you have any evidence to the contrary when His Excellency says the judge denied him a chance to cross-examine witnesses?
I do not have to.
Do you in fact have it, Mr. Honorable Mutuse? Please be decent as a lawyer, a lawmaker, and a witness before this House.
I do not have...
Honorable Mutuse,
I do not have
questions that you either say yes or no.
Thank you. Thank you.
You then say you are aware that there was an appeal from the decision of Justice Maina. Do you confirm that as a fact?
Yes, I am aware that there was an appeal that was...
I'm happy with that answer. Let me make progress. That appeal was settled by consent. True or not true?
True.
Is a consent a lawful way of settling disputes in court, to your knowledge as a lawyer?
It is a lawful way, but it is not a settlement.
You have answered my question.
I am by merit or demerits.
Is a consent a lawful way of settling court disputes before a court of law?
It is a lawful way, but it is...
I'm going to my next question, Mr. Mutuse. You have confirmed my answer. Do you know as a lawyer that a consent order adopted by the court becomes an order of the court?
Indeed.
Have you presented that consent before the senators for their own assessment of it?
It is not part of my case.
Have you presented that consent before the senators for their own assessment of it?
It was not part of my case. I did not present.
Honorable Mutuse, I've asked whether you have in fact presented it.
No.
Have you lodged any complaint against the public officials of the Asset Recovery Agency who signed that consent?
I have lodged it in Parliament.
First, have you lodged it before any investigative agencies?
Through this motion, I lodged a complaint in the National Assembly exercising the powers that I have as a member of the National Assembly.
I sought to know whether you have lodged any complaint against the officials of the Asset Recovery Agency. Are you saying this motion is against the officers of the Asset Recovery Agency?
This motion is against the handling of that case.
Are you saying this motion is a complaint against the officers of the Asset Recovery Agency?
I'm not saying so.
Have you lodged any complaint against the officers of the Asset Recovery Agency who entered that consent?
I have not done so.
Are you suggesting that in a way this motion is an appeal against the consent order in the Court of Appeal?
I am not suggesting so.
By the way, do you know the position of the law on illegal consents? Can a court of law accept an illegal consent?
I wouldn't imagine that.
You're a lawyer. Can a court of law accept an illegal consent?
No.
Was this consent accepted by a court of law?
It was adopted, yes.
Shouldn't that present a presumption of legality until you present evidence the contrary?
Indeed.
Thank you. Allow me to move to a second element. The videos in respect of the evictions along Nairobi River. I trust that was video 9 and 10. I'm just trying to recollect. Let's have video 9 played from the technical side. Mr. Speaker, may I have video 9 played?
Is it on?
We may need to have the sound, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, I would urge that the time taken by the technical people to play my videos is frozen because I have no control about it.
No, that cannot be the case. Otherwise, we'll continue freezing time.
Mr. Speaker, may I direct the people in the gala, in the technical side?
We had a similar problem when the Counsel for the National Assembly was leading the council, the witness and evidence in chief, and time wasn't front. So we're going to be fair. We're going to apply the very same rule.
Will be Governor Johnson Sak.
Mr. Speaker, may I have the public, the technical side, play my videos? My time is running.
Deputy President Rigathi Gachagua and
Mr. Speaker, may I get fair treatment on this question? May I get my videos played without eating into my time?
That's exactly what is happening.
That's the wrong video being played. May I have video 9 played?
Can you pause the time for...
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Yeah, may I have video 10 played? Video 10 then. May I have video 10 played? I'll have 10 and 10A.
Counsel for the Deputy President. Is it a video that had been played previously?
Yes, there are the 2 videos in respect of the evictions along Nairobi River. They were played here seamlessly when the assembly side were presenting their case.
Very well. Counsel for the Deputy President, do you have your technical person at the control room?
I wouldn't be able to establish at the moment.
Please do confirm that your technical person is also in the control room.
Mr. Speaker, may I move to some other thing, then I'll proceed with the video later. I'm going to submit my turn of thought.
Proceed, Counsel.
Thank you so much. Honorable Mutuse, allow me to move to another limb, which is at paragraph 74 of your motion, and that is at page 36. It runs to page 37. Confirm, Mr. Mutuse, that in respect of ground 10, paragraph 74A and B are the 2 illustrations, the 2 particulars that you have given to prove that ground.
Yes, in the motion, those are the 2 grounds.
Let me start with ground B. Paragraph B, rather. confirm that you allege that His Excellency Rigathi Gachagua has influenced his family members, allies, associates, and proxies to take control of a local cooperative society in Madeira, which they are financially hemorrhaging. Is that what the motion claims?
It does claim so.
Confirm that you have not given us the name or any evidence of that circle. Have you?
Let us not have a war with wananchi. Tusipigane na wananchi wale walituchagua. Let us be empathetic. Let us, if people must move, let there be an engagement. And let people...
Yeah, there is a problem up there. Okay, proceed, and then at the time you wish the video to be played, you will let the senators know. Proceed.
Let us not have a war with wananchi.
The team at the control room.
Let us be empathetic.
Secretariat, can you move to the control room and tell them to
let there be
wait.
An engagement. And
speak closer to the microphone, Honorable Mutuse. Speak closer to the microphone, please.
We will be urging the Senate to uphold the impeachment.
Mr. Mutuse, I'm asking a specific question on a specific allegation. It is your desire for these senators to impeach this deputy president on an allegation that he has, through his proxies, taken control of a cooperative society we don't know, isn't it?
I have said I leave that to their decision.
Is it your desire? Is that what you desire? You want some outcome from this process, you as the mover of this motion. Is that what you want of this motion?
What do you understand when I say I leave it to their decision?
You have no right to ask me any question.
Mutuse, just say yes or no. We move on. We make progress.
Thank you. My apologies. Yes.
Thank you so much for that comic moment. You also want this distinguished Senate to find the deputy president to have taken over the control of this unknown circle. Now, this is my element, through undisclosed family members.
Indeed, it is my desire that the motion is upheld.
Mr. Mutuse, Honorable Mutuse, do you know the seriousness of the business that keeps us here?
Very well.
My apologies, I didn't get the answer. I didn't get the answer.
I know.
Thank you. You find this request for senators to find this deputy president guilty of taking over an undisclosed circle a serious expectation on your part?
Indeed.
You also find your expectation for these senators to find the deputy president to use unknown family members to take over that circle a serious expectation?
Indeed.
You take your work as a member of parliament seriously?
Very seriously.
You respect your constituents who brought you to this house?
Very much.
And you are manifesting that respect for your constituents by this expectation you have just mentioned here?
In fact, the whole country is discussing my motion.
I'm asking whether you are manifesting your respect for your constituents by the expectation you have just alluded to.
In the totality of the...
No, I'm talking about this particular fact. I'm dealing with a particular fact.
In the totality of the motion, yes.
My question is, your expectation for this Senate to find the DP culpable on allegations of undisclosed family members of an undisclosed circle. That allegation, you are manifesting your respect for your constituents through that allegation.
Yes.
Thank you. Paragraph A alleges that His Excellency Rigathi Gachagua has connived with cartels in the tea sector to block the Kenya Tea Development Agency from implementing guaranteed minimum returns that would benefit smallholder tea farmers. Is that the allegation?
Indeed.
Have you given us in this motion or in the supporting evidence the name of any cartel?
No.
Have you given us in this motion or in the supporting evidence the grievance or the complaint by the Kenya Tea Development Agency?
No.
This is also part of your expression of respect for your constituents.
Indeed.
It is also part of the seriousness with which you take this motion.
Indeed.
Thank you. Mr. Speaker, may I now move to the video 10 and 10A. Let's start with 10 first. A resolution for unempathetic evictions.
The cabinet adopted a resolution.
Did the cabinet adopt a resolution for unempathetic evictions? Yes or no?
A resolution for empathetic evictions.
And the DP here is calling for empathetic evictions from what we have heard. So not true?
True.
So that is consistent with the cabinet resolution. True or not true?
Semantics.
So Speaker, has my question been answered from your understanding? I don't think it's been answered.
Order, honorable senators. You note how the witness is answering the questions and make your judgment. Let's make progress. Let's make progress. If a witness is evading questions, please note that. Proceed.
Mr. Speaker, you are right in that ruling, save that he's doing this at the expense of my time and the Deputy President's time and at the compromise of the Deputy President's right to a fair hearing where he has to have adequate time, which means time managed economically.
Proceed.
Did Cabinet approve unempathetic or empathetic evictions?
Cabinet approved evictions in public interest.
I'm asking a different question.
Empathetic.
Did the Deputy President call for empathy or lack of empathy?
Empathy.
Is that call by the Deputy President consistent or inconsistent with the Cabinet resolution?
Inconsistent.
Did Cabinet approve a resolution not to engage citizens in the demolitions?
That I wouldn't know because I'm not a member of Cabinet.
And yet you are saying that call by the Deputy President to engage citizens is part of the violation of the Cabinet resolution.
In context.
Mr. Speaker, Mr. Mutuse, Honorable, I sought to know whether the people you respect, the people who elected you, do you suspect they will respect you with this behavior you are showing here?
Mr. Speaker, I will also request for your protection because the people of Kibwezi are not on trial.
I didn't try the
Counsel for the Deputy President, just stick to the subject matter.
Mr. Speaker, we seek that our witness not be subjected to barbs or badgering. The question whether he respects or the people respect him and whatnot. The allegation is clear in black and white. If we could stick to that, it would help.
My learned colleague, Dr.
Counsel, I've already ruled on that.
I know, but my Lord, there's a constitutional issue here.
Progress.
I'll make the progress, Mr. Speaker, as you direct. Let's look at paragraph 72 at page 35 of volume 1.
Page?
Page 36, my apologies, 36. The original motion had 35, it's now 36 on the reproduced motion. Paragraph 72. You're saying, His Excellency Rigathi Gachagua has persistently undermined, demeaned, and committed insubordination instead of assisting the President. Honorable Mutuse, has the President of the Republic of Kenya complained to you that is being undermined by his deputy?
No.
Does the Deputy President have another supervisor in the structure of government other than the President?
The people of Kenya and Parliament.
Have the people of Kenya complained to you that the Deputy President is undermining the President?
Many of them.
Have you presented before this court, this Senate, those complaints by the people of Kenya to you?
I am their representative.
Have you presented them, the complaints, the emails, the letters, the messages? You have given us screenshots here. Have you given them to this Senate that the DP is undermining the President?
That I don't have, but I have presented the motion.
Allow me to move to ground 4. Let me start by asking this question. It is your claim that the Deputy President has amassed a humongous property portfolio estimated at 5.2 billion shillings.
That's ground 4? It is not. So that's...
My apologies, ground 7. My apologies for that. I'm sorry for that. Ground 7 at page 17. My apologies for that.
Yes, it is our allegation, and we have justified it in our evidence in chief.
Who gave you this value of 5.2 billion?
We said estimated at 5.2 billion, and we have...
Yes, who gave you that estimate value of 5.2 billion?
We have made the additions.
Sorry?
It's a matter of additions.
So you're saying that when we take you through these values, you'll get a property value of about 5.2 billion?
Approximately 5.2 billion, yes.
You said you made the additions. Additions result into a definite figure, Mr. Mutuse. Although you are a lawyer, mathematics are pre-qualification for studying law.
There are two things. One, there is the...
Are you saying that when we do those additions, we will get 5.2 billion?
There is the stated value in the sale agreements and in the acquisition documents.
That's what I'm saying. Are you saying when we add those values, we'll get 5.2 billion?
I will also be telling you what, in my view, are the values of some of the properties.
Oh, what, in your view, are the values of some of the properties?
Yes.
You have graduated from a lawyer to a valuer now, isn't it?
That's not exactly what we are saying.
Okay, thank you. Using what expertise did you attach that value in your view?
Well, market value. I'm sure you also